Good morning, everyone. Our topic for the J Component project is COVID-19 lockdown analysis, and my teammates are Pratik Priyadarshi and Manoj Kumar. This is the video for our review 3. So let's start. In our review 1, we talked about the abstract of the project, introduction of the project, literature survey that we have done in our project. As you can see, these are the literature surveys, and what is the motivation of our project. We have used these data set. As you can see, we have provided a drive link here, and this is the proposed approach for our project. In our problem statement 1, we compare the countries which impose complete lockdown with the restricted lockdown and analyze the variation in the number of COVID-19 cases and which countries have higher number of cases and which countries have lower number of cases. So we start with the implementation of our problem statement 1. In this, we create a database and then create a table and we upload all our data in our table. Then we log on to the Spark and upload all the data into the Spark, and we can verify the data then. And with this, we can see the schema and the data types of the variables. Now we filter out the data that comes after the 26th of March. As the data type of date is string, we need to convert it from the string to date. So this will convert it from string to date. Now we'll find the top 5 countries which have the most COVID cases. As you can see, USA, India, Brazil, France, and Russia have the most number of confirmed cases, as you can see in the slide. So this is the result obtained for our problem statement 1. We created a pivot table to better understand the increase in number of cases. As you can see, with the increase in date, the number of cases in each country like USA, India, Brazil, France, Russia keep on increasing. So this is how pivot table is helpful for us. So this is the continuation of the pivot table. And this with the use of standard scalar formula to understand the increase of confirmed cases, we will add a new column called view scale to store the calculated values. So here we filter out the top 5 countries with their scaled values. As you can see, the F date, the view scale, the decreased case, the recovered case, confirmed case, as you can see in the slide. This is the continuation of the last PPT. So now this is the problem statement 2. In this, we state what could be the number of cases in the USA if the lockdown was implemented few days or at an earlier stage before the spread of coronavirus. So now Manoj will continue with the problem statement 2, the explanation. Now Manoj, you can continue.
Yeah, here we can log into the Spark shell using the path of MySQL connector and load our previously created data into the Spark. And here you can see in the slides, we have printed the schema of the data. Yeah, next one. Here we are partitioning and ordering the data and framing the boundaries so that we can easily get the data and do some implementation on that. Now we are going to calculate the percentage of increase in the current day's confirmed cases with respect to the previous day. In the slide, you can see the list by country names and the confirmed cases. So we are going to calculate the cumulative percentage for the increase of confirmed cases before the 1st of April and on the 1st of April for US. This is the data for the US specifically. Now we are going to calculate the cumulative percentage for the increase of confirmed cases after the 1st of April. And after that, we are going to see the cumulative percentage for the increase of confirmed cases before the 1st of April. These are the results. Since it takes 14 days to confirm the cases, then we will see the percentage after that in the US data. Now we will consider the case of in India of the confirmed cases of COVID-19. These are the cumulative percentage of for the India. Since it takes 14 days to confirm, this will the data after the 14 days and before in the India itself. Now we check the data of number of COVID patients in India on a span of 5 months, and here are the data of the 5 months in the various states of India. These are the results obtained in our problem statement number 2. Now let us see if US had applied lockdown at an early stage, then what would be the result? These are the continuation of the results. In our till our review 2, we covered these two problem statements. The first one is to compare the countries which have imposed the complete lockdown and analyze the variation in the number of COVID-19 cases. And the second one, what could be the number of cases in the US if lockdown was imposed at the earlier stage. In our final review, we are now covering the third problem statement. This is the problem statement number 3, in which we are fetching the list of Indian states where lockdown is still must be continued. This is the problem we are going to analyze. In this, the data flow diagram looks like for the particular problem, we are going to be using HDFS for data ingestion from our CSV files and also to transfer the aggregated data from Hive, which would be analyzed using Apache Spark. Then we are going to read the aggregated data using Scoop and write to my MySQL database. And the implementation part of the problem statement 3 will be continued by Pratik. Pratik, over to you.
Now, we are going to fetch the list of it. So we are going to be using the two data sets. One is the patient details up to 19th April, which is this one, and another is the patient details up to 26th April, which is this one. Now the data set consists of details regarding the patient number, which state does the patient belong to, and to the date of announcement of the case estimation of the onset date, the age bracket, gender detected location, current status, type of transmission, and the sources from which the data is collected. Now, as we just saw, the data set is stored in two CSV files, both of which we have loaded in our HDFS directory. Next slide, please. Now, like our data set is a huge data set, so like performing operations in it will take a large amount of time. So now we start with it. First we will log into the Hive. So here we are logging into the Hive. Now we are creating a database table, database and a table. So here we have created a database and table. Next slide. Now we'll check the type of transmission. So here we can see the type of transmission is imported or local or to be decided or unknown. And also we are checking the current status of the patients, that is if they are deceased, hospitalized, migrated, recovered, or any means what's the current status of the patient details we are seeing here. Next slide please. So now we are creating a dynamic partition table. So here we created a dynamic partition table. Next slide please. Now the thing is why we are creating a dynamic partition table, because means the dynamic partition table has the same rows as the main table, but the thing is the dynamic partition table will take much lesser time than the normal table, because in this case the data is physically stored in different partition, and each partition we can actually access separately, which actually it makes it much quicker to run, because it's better manageable and maintenance, and also locking on it also improves the scalability, availability. So it's basically an approach like many of the companies take this approach to implement large scale solution to reduce contention and optimize the performance. So same these are also the same rows in dynamic table. So now here we are going to find the date announced and the count for checking the data. This is only for checking the data. Like we are going to find the date announced and the count of patients in Kerala. So here we are we are checking the date announced from which the patients started which the COVID patients started appearing, and this is from Kerala. Now next data slide please. Now this query is for detected state and date announced, and we are going to count the number of imported cases from our partition file. So detected state, date announced, in this we have counted the number of local and imported cases, poor state in the previous query and local ones in this query. So now here we have done that. Now we are going to log into Apache Spark to access the files out of Hive. So here we logged in, and here we here we use the command to access the files from Hive. Next slide please. Now after accessing the files, we are accessing the file from CSV. Now this is the part of pre-processing format. pre-processing of our data. Like the CSV file that we have here, all the all the data means including the date is in string format, as you can see here, and nearly all everything is in string format, but we want the date in the date format. So here we convert the date into its appropriate format, that is date format. Now this is part of the pre-processing our data. Next slide please. So we are going to we sorted our column into our date values, like increasing date order, and also on the part of pre-processing, the null values that we have in our CSV file, that we are that we are removing, that we are omitting those values. Next slide please. Now based on our current status, we are going to create a pivot table. So this is our pivot table. So basically we have pivoted our table from a wide format to basically long format. That is, our table have like a lot of like columns, and rows were also big, but here we have like accumulated those factors and included it in one long table. Now we are going to filter the records post the imposition of lockdown. So basically we are filtering our data after the 24th of March, on which the India posted its lockdown. So here we can see we are like filtering the data. Next slide please. Now we are going to group it by our detected state and date around it, and pivot it around the current status. So here we are seeing the current status, and also now we are going to like create an extra column called zone, which is basically a binary output column, like boolean output. Like basically it will give 1 if our number of hospitalized people is greater than 10, and 0 if they are under than 10. So so by this we are basically finding out the red zones. Now we are going to highlight our red zones with corresponding to value 1, because if the value is 1, that is the number of patients will be greater than 10. So this was the command we use for counting the values greater than for highlighting our red zones, which are the values in which patients are greater than 10. Next slide please. Now we are going to filter if the count is greater than 15. We are going to sort our table by count. So we can see here like on the this is the normal table, like these are the basically where count is 15, and we sorted this one. Now we are going to sort our table by count. We sorted this. Now next slide please. Now so basically like we, out of 34 days, which is from 4th March to 26th April, which is more than 15 days, the new cases are increasing, and it can be considered as a red zone, and lockdown must be continued in these states. Now we are going to store that is the results that we have obtained there. We are going to store the result in HDFS. Now we are going to export the aggregated data from HDFS to MySQL table, which is created using Scoop. That is from our problem statement which we saw there. Now here we did that, we exported and we connected with the JDBC MySQL driver, and so we logged in using password and our username. So as you can see here, we can see by using a list that we have a COVID-19 dataset and MySQL access.log and redzone states.java. Here after compiling this file, it will basically show the states which we have means in red zone. So we had some problem with this file because this file didn't compile. So we are unable to take it because the file started showing error, and it took some time. But the exactly the previous states. Can you go to previous slide, please? Previous slide. Yeah. This will basically show these states only. Nothing else more. Okay. Next slide. Next slide. Yeah. Now here Manoj will tell what analysis we have done. Next to Manoj.
This is the analysis part of our project. After loading the data into the Spark shell, we can easily export that into the Apache Zeppelin. And Apache Zeppelin helps us to visualize the data in a graphical manner. As we can see here, the comparison of US and India's confirmed COVID cases are shown in the graph. And as of 26th of April, the data of confirmed cases in the US is around 93 million, and as of 26th April, the data in the India is very, very less, by which we can get to know that if we in India we impose lockdown at the earliest stage, this can be beneficial for all the country. Next slide, please. By doing this COVID-19 analysis, we can came to make a decision much easier than before by taking into account the past confirmed cases data and also by analyzing other countries' data graphs. Using this Apache Javelin, we can visualize the data of confirmed cases in the easy manner, and we can give these graphs to the concerned faculties and aware them to the spread of this deadly virus effect. This data analysis is majorly beneficial for all of us to predict and prevent future lockdowns in a country or a region of a country. Since many countries have suffered by lockdown, it is very much needed to predict the future lockdown situations and plan according to deal with that. Next slide, please. Now came the conclusion part. This will be discussed by Jajit.
So now we'll talk about the conclusion of our project. In this project, we have taken 3 problem statements. So in problem statement 1, we have compared the countries who have imposed lockdowns and analyzed the variations in the number of COVID-19 cases. So from this, we can see the effect of implementation of lockdown and how lockdown helps us in restricting the spread of COVID. In the problem statement 2, we have predicted and analyzed what could be the situation of number of cases in US if the lockdown was imposed at an earlier stage. So if the lockdown was, as from the result, we can see that if the lockdown was imposed in US at an earlier stage, the number of cases would have been very much less than they have been right now. And in the problem statement 3, we have interpreted the previous known data and fetched the list of Indian states where lockdown must be continued. So in the problem statement 3, we have implemented, we have made the red zones, and we with the help of red zones, we can analyze which states need to implement the lockdown and which states can have less number of restrictions on them. By this analysis, we came to a conclusion that if India will impose lockdown at the earlier stage, then that would be more beneficial to remove lockdown at earliest, and then the number of states in red zone will also decrease. So this is the number of references that we have taken for our project, as you can see. So this was all from our side for the JET component project. Thank you.